So a feminist, I guess, Soleil, honey, or is it Soleil? I don't know. It's that French stuff. It's that Frenchy talk. Soleil, honey, as a response to her response video, her original MGTOW video, which Nuclear Thot had a field day with, and I'm here to say that I think men, MGTOW men, other men, and people in general, probably we agree more with Honey than she thinks we do. Her video is entitled MGTOW, Feminism in Reverse Part 2, and she's got all the usual comments below. Hi, Must Know 3. How you doing? Let's hear what she has to say.
I want to respond to, yeah, you guys thought that because you saw black women talking, this is a hood rat, welfare queen, 17 kids, 10 of the baby daddies on child support. You were wrong.
There are some racist people out there. I'm just going to call you Honey because I don't know your first name is Soleil or not. Point is, there are some racist people. They're going to look at you, you're a black woman. Well, you obviously have a bunch of kids and baby daddies and shit. I think that's going to be a very small minority of MGTOW people. I don't know anything about you. I don't. I mean, so what? You're a black woman. Oh, yeah, obviously she's got 48 baby daddies and shit. It's not the way I think. Some MGTOW guys and just people in general will think that because they're still racist out there.
I've never collected a welfare check a day in my life.
Yeah, but that's anecdotal, you see. 70% of black children in the United States are born out of wedlock. 70%. So it's not really a big stretch to make some generalizations about black women and kids without daddies. Not all of them, obviously. You're not one of them. But there are enough of them that maybe the generalization might make sense.
I don't have any children. And also, when I say I don't have any children, I've never stopped any pregnancies. No abortions.
You are one of the many American women taking responsibility for their sexual activity with birth control and all of these other things. The good news, honey, the vast majority of women and men in the United States are dealing with their shit. They're taking their birth controls and they're using condoms. Okay? This is fantastic.
So, and also, I'm not from the hood. I've never lived in the hood. You look at me, you see a girl who you say she's a hood rat, she's from the hood. You've never been to the hood.
I have been to some hoods, and it's generally not a very good situation. And not because black people. No, I've been to black hoods, white hoods, every kind of hood you can imagine. It's a horrible situation for the people who live there. It really is.
You've obviously never been to the fucking hood. And obviously, that's the truth, dismissing that. And for me to tell you that I'm not from the hood, and you continue to tell me I'm from the hood, racist motherfucker, whatever.
There are some racist people in the world. It's terrible. But they're still there. People who make assumptions. Oh, she's a black girl. She's from the hood. I think when people refer to hood rats, it wouldn't be you.
Not even going to pay you any more attention.
Okay, sure.
Also, I don't know where you got in the video that you thought I was bitter about men. If anything, I was responding to MGTOW bitterness with pure facts. And I came across as bitter. I don't know how the fuck that happened. I absolutely love men and respect men for many reasons. And I have no bitterness towards men at all. That's your problem, MGTOW. That's your problem that you're dealing with, MGTOW, bitterness and hatred towards women.
Let me stop you here, honey. I think there might be a lot of bitterness where men are bitter because they've been burned and divorced and all that. And I mean, you can understand that, right? Of course you can. You've been burned by guys and other stuff as well. The hatred, I believe there are probably some guys that hate women, actually hate them. But I think a lot of guys, and I'm generalizing here, I think they hate the system that enables women to do these things. Because we know a lot of these women wouldn't pull off some of this shit if they didn't have the government backing them with laws that are unfair to men. Bitter, yes. Hate, I don't think it's hating the women. It's hating the government who has enabled them.
So yeah, for somebody to say that I was a bitter lesbian, and that's the hypocrisy of MGTOW. They don't want you to claim them as homosexual for all the hateful shit that they put out about women 24/7. But you respond to MGTOW and talk about their bitterness, they want to call you a lesbian. Completely fucking pathetic.
Yeah, it's generalizing quite a bit here, isn't it? But you're doing the same thing. These MGTOW, they're bitter homosexuals or whatever. I don't know if gay guys are MGTOW or not. I suppose they'd be GigTOW, right? But there's a lot of generalization about MGTOW men. They're incels, they're gay, they're, again, women haters and all of this stuff. We'll get to the reasons why a little later, why I think MGTOW is doing what they're doing, going their own way.
Also to the dude who talked about, now this is pure common MGTOW bullshit that you always hear. MGTOW, we are not bitter. I'm MGTOW and I'm not bitter. I just don't think women are interesting. Then why the fuck are you here? Why are you watching these videos? If you truly don't have any interest in women, you wouldn't engage in MGTOW, in conversation with MGTOW. Because if you truly are not interested in women, you're going to be talking about women all goddamn day long with MGTOW.
Yeah, let me try to explain this. And this is going to come maybe as a bit of a shock, but we're actually showing love for other men who maybe do not understand some of the experiences that older men have had, or some of the possible pitfalls when you get involved with women in marriage and divorce, rape, and child custody. We're trying to help these men understand that. That's more red pill, but red pill, MGTOW, kind of, sort of, at least in the same universe, right? So we're talking about women because we're sharing our experiences with women. There's a lot of bad. And what we're trying to do is show love for our fellow men and women if they want to listen. These are the things that could happen. Here's my experience. This is why you have to maybe be careful in certain areas and stuff like that. So it's really sharing. We're being magnanimous with our advice for free.
Yeah, continuing on with that. So what I said in my first video, MGTOW, it's feminism in reverse.
I disagree. I think it's feminism is the same as MGTOW. Oh, must know, don't calm down. I think the original goals of feminism, which would be to break women away from the expectations of society, to be, all they could do was get married, they couldn't go to school, they couldn't get a job and all this crap. A lot of it is bullshit, but okay, I get the general idea. So the society had expectations for women to get married, have children and all this stuff. Feminism didn't like that. MGTOW is saying the same thing, because you see, what didn't happen with feminism is men weren't allowed to get out of their expected roles. Men were still expected to provide, to work hard, to bring home money, to get married, to have children, basically to get back on the plantation, because that's where men belong, paying taxes and all other bullshit. MGTOW is saying, excuse me, wait a minute, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to get married. I don't want to have kids. I don't want to participate in this bullshit any longer. So you could look at it as a male version of feminism, not the opposite, actually the same, but only the original idea. Feminism has obviously gotten to be a toxic bunch of bullshit, but I think at the beginning, you might say feminism and MGTOW kind of had the same goals, just different genders.
I'm going to say it again. Like I said it the first time, it's feminism in reverse. You say it's a response to feminism. Okay, feminism in reverse. Number two, I also said, I'll say it again, I think it's pure hypocrisy. Men sitting around want to call women users. They want men for certain things. They only see you as beneficial for certain things to take advantage. They see you as for their advantage. Yeah. When men do the same exact goddamn thing to women, only use women for their benefit and take advantage of women.
Yeah, but you see, here's the difference, honey. It is only the tippity top shelf of men that can get away with this shit because they have choice. They're desired by many women. So that's why you have these douchebags doing these things to women. Your average man does not have that opportunity. However, women, with the backing of the federal government and the legal system, every single one of you are supported in what you do toward men. Okay, I'm not talking about, ripping people off and stuff like that, but certainly legally, the government is backing you with respect to divorce, marriage, and all that other shit. Where the pickup artists and douchebags at the top, you are agreeing to whatever they're asking you to do. Now, thank God most women don't do all the bullshit that some of the MGTOW guys say, but there's enough of them that we need to warn other men that don't know about this stuff, or younger men, hey, this kind of shit is going on. Not saying all, but there's a chance, and there's a pretty good chance. Do you see the difference? Few men can do that to women. All women can do that to men. Do you understand?
It goes both ways. I'm going to say it again. Women use men and men use women.
Only the top men use women, and all women can use men. Did you get it that time?
Both of the genders take advantage of each other. And you also want to talk about women are nothing but cheaters and whores. If you've been cheated on by every single woman that you've been with, you're obviously a man with problems. I've heard MGTOW, a lot of MGTOW say that they've been cheated on by every single girl they've been with. You're obviously a man who has some problems, and you need to reflect on yourself and see what is it that I'm doing that's pushing these women away into another man's arms.
Yeah, and here's the feminist part. Well, obviously, men, you're doing something to push these women into another man's. Really, honey? All you got to do is think about this for just 1 minute. Who made the decision to fuck someone else when they were in a committed relationship? Was it she? Now, I don't care what he did. You know, he could be the biggest asshole in the world, and she might be justified. I'm just saying, what about the hardworking man who, well, I cheated because he was never home, he was always working, or some other nonsense fucking excuse? Who made the decision to fuck someone else? And you want to blame men for that. And
it goes the same exact way with women. Need to also consider themselves, who are also constantly getting played and used by men. If you've been played by every single woman you've ever met and used in every single thing that you say, every single woman you've dated, and you're still looking at women as to blame, you need to grow up.
Which of the genders do you think, honey, has more opportunity to cheat? Just asking the question.
And like I said, reflect on and see what problems you obviously have.
What I could do to be better for women.
That's causing women to constantly do this to you.
Causing her to constantly do this. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm sure my problem was I'm just an asshole. So you got to know your limitations.
Also,
yeah,
you saying women are nothing but gold diggers and only want men with money.
Yeah, that's true. And we agree.
And wealth. Now, that's the truth.
It's evolution, really. You think about it. Women are weaker than men, so they sought out the biggest, baddest, meanest ass guy that can protect her and her children and provide for them when we were, caveman days and all that shit. And that's hardwired into our brains. And that's not going to go away for thousands of years if it ever does.
That's just the way it is. Okay, and now that you've discovered this about women, what are you going to do about it?
MGTOW is just not going to participate anymore. Just that simple.
Are you going to be a man with ambition and build his wealth?
Oh, yeah. We're just not going to spend it on women. Just that simple. We're going to build wealth. We're going to have cords of cash. And we're just not going to spend it on women. It's really that simple.
Or are you going to be a man to complain about it? Because I've heard a lot of men say this myself. That's the reason why us men work so hard and we want that house, that car, because we know that women want men with those cars and those houses.
I think a lot of men would be perfectly happy with 1,000 square foot ranch with a garage, maybe a basement, nothing fancy, maybe $125,000 house. I'd be perfectly happy with that. I would. It'd be great. But men buy these 4,000 square foot McMansions and their cars and all this other shit, not to impress women, but to stop them from bitching. When they get married, we gotta have a bigger house and my car is not a year. You see where your logic there is maybe a little flawed.
Just like it's the same exact way that men only want women with certain qualities and characteristics.
The men that you want those certain characteristics and qualities. Big tits and big ass and big booty and whatever. Most men, average men like me, I think I'm average or maybe below. If you're somewhat reasonably attractive, you're not obese, you're not some kind of slut, and you're pleasant to be around. It's the only requirement. We don't care about money and education. All that stuff's a nice bonus, but we just want you to be nice is really the minimum requirement. Be nice. That's all. That's it.
Am I right or am I wrong? I'm right.
Ha! You're right in the case of the men you really want. Correcto.
Men only want women with certain qualities, and women also have to get over that and try to improve themselves as women to become better quality women that majority of that majority of men are attracted to.
The majority of men will be attracted to a beautiful woman. She will only be attracted to a small slice of men at the very top with looks, money, whatever. That's fucking reality, honey. So don't be generalizing all men.
It's that simple. So yeah.
Yeah.
MGTOW feminism, that was my part 2 to that. So comment down below.
Well, it's nice to know your comments. You see, I really don't think you're that far different from MGTOW or just being independent or libertarian or whatever. You know, you're looking at the very worst of some of these guys coming in your comment sections. Well, that's the MGTOW guys. And men look at the very worst of some women. It's, well, obviously all women are like, it's not. It's generalizing. It's corner cases. It's corner cases. Links below. James Maxwell, thank you for listening.